Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video, and in today's video, I'm going to give you guys some very important tips and also some settings that you guys should use if you are looking to improve your aim in this game. And over the past couple weeks, there has been a couple changes that I have made to my settings that has made all the difference between me hitting just a couple shots here and there to really being extremely accurate here in Fortnite Chapter 2. So if you guys want to know what those settings and tips are, definitely stay to the end of the video. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys would like to participate and enter the giveaway, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do hit that post notification bell so you guys get notified for every single new upload and when I announce the winners on every Friday. And as well, drop a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. Also, make sure you guys have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. All you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in my creator code, which is Young Humor, hit accept. Just remember, it changes every 2 weeks, so make sure you guys double check that you have it in. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to share with you guys the couple changes that I've made to my sensitivity that have really made all the difference, and as well give you guys some very good suggestions and as well tips that you guys can use to help you improve your aim significantly here in chapter 2. So there's a couple things that I've really noticed specifically over the past couple weeks, and one of those things is pretty much every single gunfight that you have is going to be very close range. You're almost never going to be getting a kill from long range. So to be honest, when you're choosing the right sensitivity for you, I think it's best to just focus on your SMG and also your shotgun shots being as accurate as possible with those weapons. To be honest, just screw the AR. It just doesn't, I mean, you can get a couple chip damage at best from range. Maybe you hit a guy for like 60 damage, but at the same time, if you're crouched and you have like 10 seconds to line up your shot, a lot of the times you're not really going to struggle too much on aim. It's really those situations where you have to like think quickly. You have to go for like a quick flick shot and the other player shooting you back. Those are going to be the hardest shots to hit, and you want to have your sensitivity in a way that really focuses on that specifically. So as far as my sensitivity, I play on a 44% on both. I just decided to go with a very consistent X and Y sensitivity. I used to have just a slightly higher X, and I think that could be a very good suggestion as well. It can help you build boxes a little bit faster, but I just decided to go back on a very consistent sensitivity. And one thing you'll notice is, say I'm aiming at the wall in front of me, say I'm trying to aim my crosshair in the middle of the square, playing on a low sensitivity helps you out tremendously because it helps you to not overcorrect when you're making small adjustments. Because say if you're from this range and you want to get a shot on the other player, you're going to have to slightly adjust your aim on the target in front of you. And if you play on a little bit higher sensitivity, one thing you're going to notice, it's going to be significantly more difficult to make a small adjustment. A lot of times you're going to accidentally overcorrect, and this is really the difference between like a 47% and like a 44. Just the couple point differences in between sensitivity really make an incredible difference on how well you're able to aim. And I feel on 44% I'm able to make these small adjustments necessary if I'm aiming at a player from this range without having to overcorrect, or at least very rarely overcorrect on other players. And I think that's really important when choosing your sensitivity, because as you see here, when I'm on 47%, when it comes to close range fights, I feel like I don't struggle at all. I feel like if you're point blank, if you're within like 2 or 3 feet of the other player, I mean, you can play on like a 60% and be very accurate. The only problem is from the distance that I'm standing at here, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to line up my shots just because I have to make small analog stick adjustments. And if you're on anything higher than, for myself, anything higher than like a 46%, I feel like I'm a little bit more inaccurate than I really would like to be. So that's why I decided to play on a 44% on both my X and Y sensitivity. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is your ADS sensitivity. Now, as I said, absolutely just ditch your AR. The ARs make no difference at all in this game anymore. I mean, you get a couple chip damage shots, but you really just want to 100% focus on your SMG and shotgun, and that's going to help you aim very well. So currently I play on 11% on both. I think in the ranges of 11 and 12% are going to be very good for aiming your shotgun. Now, of course, anything higher than that, you're pretty much not going to be able to aim your AR very effectively. Now, the thing is, you want to have a little bit higher of an ADS sensitivity, because in this game with the charged shotgun, you're going to have to charge up your shotgun before you're able to shoot, meaning that if you have like the regular pump like back in the day, you could basically just quick scope other players and you wouldn't have to hold the charge down at all, meaning that you really didn't have to have a very fast X and Y sensitivity if you didn't have to. But because of the delay that you have with the charged shotgun, you're going to need to play on a little bit higher of an ADS sensitivity if you're going to be very effective at close range, because if you're in a box fight or you're maybe build fighting another player, it's 11% really isn't that fast of an ADS sensitivity if you're talking about someone who's point blank or really close to you. So that's why you want to play on just a little bit higher of an ADS sensitivity. Anything from like 11% to 12% I think is the best balance between long range and close range. Like I said, long range is kind of irrelevant nowadays, but I think anything from like 11% to like 14 is going to be the range that you want to be if you want to be very quick and if you want to be very effective with the charged shotgun in this game. Who knows, because the next season is only in a couple weeks and the charged shotgun may or may not be in the game, but as of right now you want to play on a little bit higher of a ADS sensitivity so that you can hit your shots much more effectively from close range when you're aiming down sights with your charged shotgun. Now, as far as look damping time, I think that's really good for hitting shots from long ranges. Helps you make small analog stick adjustments, but like I said, screw the AR, just focus on SMG and shotgun alone. So I play on no look damping time, and of course you want to have the foot control setting off because it adds input delay. So those are the sensitivities that I have and that I would recommend for you guys to try out. And as I said, you really want to 200% just focus on your shotgun and your SMG aim. Like if you have the best shotgun and SMG aim, but your AR aim is like so bad, like you can't even hit one shot, I guarantee you're probably going to be winning so many games, because pretty much every single gunfight that you go into, or at least every gunfight that every kill that you get is going to be at that close range situation. So you really want to just focus on those aims specifically. Now, as far as your building and editing sensitivity, this one's really interesting. I do play in quite a high building and editing sense, but for a lot of you guys, I think it might make a little bit more sense to play on a little bit lower of a building and editing sensitivity, because it's going to help you be a lot more precise and accurate with your builds and edits. Now, the reason why I'm talking about editing is because a lot of the times the hardest shots in this game are going to be shots off of edits. Like if you're sitting down and you're staring at a player for 10 seconds, it's not going to be very hard to line up the shot because you're going to have a lot of time. But if you're going for a quick edit on another player, that's going to be the number one situation in which you're going to be missing your shots. So you want to make sure you're very comfortable with your builds and edits on the sensitivity that you have. Now, as far as the edits to practice, the edit that I'm doing here where I'm just editing the top 3 squares on the corner, this is the only edit that, honestly, if you just master this edit specifically, you're going to be 10 times as good of a player if you only use your shotgun and SMG and you only go for this edit on other players. Trust me, you're going to be so much better at this game because this edit is extremely overpowered for so many reasons. And another reason why this edit is so good is because if you have the charged shotgun, as you're able to see, I'm able to edit the wall and then I'm able to kind of like stand behind the left side, meaning that I can edit the wall, charge my shotgun without the other player seeing me, and then jump over when the charge is ready. So this is really the most overpowered edit in the game, and I really figured this out because every single game I win against keybots, they would just spam this edit over and over again, and it was super annoying. It was hard to hit the other players. So this is the edit that you guys absolutely want to abuse and practice. So if you're going to practice one edit in this game, that is the edit specifically that you want to practice. Practice that over and over again, and you are going to be so much better at this game. And as well accurate, because as I mentioned earlier, the hardest shots to hit are going to be just off of finishing an edit. So if you're very comfortable with editing, it's actually going to improve your aim. So if you guys feel like you're still struggling with your aim, I would highly recommend for you guys to really just practice your edits as much as possible, because if you're very comfortable with editing, as I just mentioned, the hardest shots are just after edits. So if you're very good at editing, your accuracy is going to follow as well, and that is something that you really just want to focus on to improve and get much better at this game. But with that being said, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found this video helpful, make sure you guys do hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Make sure you guys do hit that notification bell because I do post content every single day. And as well, I do live stream here on this channel. I play solos. That's the background gameplay. I do it every single day at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys do hit that notification bell so you guys will get a notification when I go live on this channel. But with that being said, I do appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I will see you next video.